Hello, welcome to all of the class student of this session. I am Man Bahadur Subedi. I am here to teach you mathematics of class 11 and this is the program organized by DIS Media Network Private Limited.
Wish Home, delightful lifestyle.
We start and we take the help of projector. You are looking on the projector. See 11 Maths Card 2069. This is the program of DIS Media Network Private Limited, Kathmandu. Operation on mathematics. It is quite interesting. I want to introduce some different activities here with you for class 11 exam. What is in maths of class 11? Let's see. 100 marks. If we attend the exam and we are getting in mathematics of 100 marks and we are going to attend the exam on paper based system, grade 11 mathematics, which is prescribed by HSCB. There are 3 groups. In group A there will be 15 short questions. Each question carries 2 marks and it is of 30 marks. If we see group B, there are 10 short questions. Each question carries 4 marks and this is of 40 marks. If we see group C, we are getting long question. Each question carries 6 marks and there are 5 questions. It is of 30 marks. Now how we prepare for this? First step for 20 marks. In this step, there are 3 main topics: logics, sets, real number system, relation, function and graph, the curve sketching. If we go through the model question, you are getting from question number 1 ABC, question number 6 AB and question number 11. If we see the questions asked by HSCB in 2068, the first question belongs to logic. It's quite new for us. Although we were using logic from the very beginning, we are going to learn some of the new terms here. You can see on the screen one question which carries 2 marks. How we answer it? What is the question? See there. Define disjunction of 2 statements. Prepare a truth table for the compound statement negation of disjunction of P and Q. What are P and Q? How we define here? For this, we should learn. See the answer. Collect answer first. First, let's define disjunction of 2 statements. Let P and Q be any 2 statements. Then the compound statement formed by using the logical connective OR is called disjunction of 2 statements. This is denoted by P cop Q. Now let's see the second part. The truth table for the compound statement negation of disjunction of P and Q is as follows. If P and Q both are true, then their disjunction is true. You can see the arrow true, then its negation is obviously false. Similarly, if P is true, Q is false, and disjunction will be again true since one statement is true, then their negation is false. If P is false, Q is true, then disjunction becomes true since one statement is true, and negation of this statement will be false. And finally, if both the statements are false, then the disjunction will be false and its negation will be true. Let's see an example for the disjunction. Let P represent the statement 4 is greater than 1. Q represents the statement 12 is less than 9, then the truth value of disjunction of P and Q will be true. Why? Since the statement P is true, you are looking, 4 is greater than 1, it's true. And Q represent false, since 12 is not less than 9. So disjunction will be true. More definition for the same topic, logic. Mathematical logic. You can write the definition. It is simply designed. You can note it. The logic in which the symbols are used for words, statements and their relation to get the result is called mathematical logic. What is the simple statement in logic? You can write the definition of simple statement in logic. An open sentence expressing an idea which may be true in some case and false in others is called simple statement. For example, Mount Everest is in Nepal. This is a simple statement, and 2 into 5 is not equal to 11. These are denoted by small letter P, Q, R, etc. Let's see what are the logical connectives which we have used as OR in our first question. A small group of words and phrases like not, and, or, if and only if are known as logical connective. Next, compound statement. The statement which is formed by the combination of two or more statements using logical connective is called compound statement. You are looking on the board, X is less than or equal to Y. Note this, where the used statement are called the component statements. If we connect two statements using logical connective, those statements are known as component statements. And the new statement which is formed is known as compound statement. भन्नाले दुईटा सिम्पल स्टेटमेन्टहरुलाई लजिकल कनेक्टिभले जोडिसकेपछि त्यो कम्पाउन्ड स्टेटमेन्ट बन्छ र ती दुईटा सिम्पल स्टेटमेन्टहरुलाई चाहिँ हामी कम्पोनेन्ट स्टेटमेन्ट भनेर भन्न सक्छौं. Truth value. We have already used in question number 1 truth value. But what do you mean by truth value? That we should know. For this we are here today. We can define in this way. The truth or falsity of a statement is known as its truth value. We write T for true and F for false. You can see once. We write T for true and F for false. Truth table. What is truth table? We have already used it for solving question number 1. A table which represents the truth values of component statements as well as the truth values of their compound statement is called truth table. भन्नाले त्यो टेबल जसमा चाहिँ कम्पाउन्ड स्टेटमेन्ट लगायत त्यसका कम्पोनेन्ट स्टेटमेन्टहरुको पनि ट्रुथ भ्यालुहरु चाहिँ नि हामी रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्छौं. त्यसलाई चाहिँ ट्रुथ टेबल भनिन्छ. जसको हेल्प लिएर हामीले चाहिँ डिफरेन्ट स्टेटमेन्ट्सहरुलाई डिफाइन गर्छौं. Let's define negation of a statement. This is also very important definition. While writing definition, first you should let one statement. Here we are taking a statement P. With the help of that statement, we define negation. Negation word माने राखेको छ, not भनेर. जुन कुरा चाहिँ true छ भने false हुन्छ, false छ भने true हुन्छ negation गर्दाखेरि. So if we prepare table, a statement and its negation have opposite truth values. You can see on the board P is a statement. If it is true, then its negation of P, you look here, is false. Similarly, if the statement P is false, its negation will be true. Next definition, conjunction of two statements. Take the help of two statements, small p and q. हामीले लजिकल कनेक्टिभ के युज गर्यौं त भन्दाखेरि एन्ड लाई युज गर्यौं. एन्ड ले जोड्यो भने दुईटा सिम्पल सेन्टेन्सेसहरुलाई अथवा दुईटा सेन्टेन्सलाई स्टेटमेन्टलाई एन्ड ले जोड्यो भने त्यतिखेर यसलाई चाहिँ कन्जंक्सन भनेर भनिन्छ. and we denote this by P cap Q and read as P cop Q or P and Q. Now what will be the truth value of conjunction of two statements? Look on the screen. If both the statements are true, see, both the statements are true, then the conjunction will be true. Otherwise it will be false. Now I think you are asking one question. How to write the TT, TF, FT, FF? We can suppose, no, first statement true, second also true, then their conjunction is true. If first is true, second is false, then conjunction won't be true, it will be false. To be the true, both the statement must be true. If the statements P and Q both have the truth value F, then the conjunction of P and Q will have the truth value false. Since both the statements are false, their conjunction also will be false. अब एउटा example लियौं जसले गर्दाखेरि conjunction you can understand. See here, find the truth value of a conjunction of statement P and Q, in which we are taking two statements and P represent 4 is greater than 1 and Q represent 12 is less than 9. Then truth value of the conjunction will be false, since one statement is false. To be the true, both statements should have truth value T. Next definition, which we have already used this definition to answer the question of HSCB. Disjunction, we denote disjunction. Then we define the conditional statement. Next, it is new for the students. How to define the conditional statement? We are using logical connective if P then Q to define conditional statement. You can write the definition first, then I will make you to understand it. For any two statement P and Q, the conditional statement is denoted as P implies Q. Here two statements are connected by the logical connective if ... then ... If statement is called antecedent and then statement is called consequent. That means P is known as antecedent and Q is known as consequent. And what will be the truth value of this conditional statement? Let's check once. The conditional statement is false only when the antecedent is true and the consequent is false. As you know, conditional statement is represented by P implies Q. You can see here the statements P and Q. If both are true, then the conditional statement is true. If P is true, Q is false, then the truth value of conditional statement is false. For example, ABC is a triangle, represent P, and the sum of three angles is not 180 degree, represent Q. Then the truth value of first statement is T, the truth value of second statement is false. So the truth value of compound statement also false. Otherwise the truth values of compound statement will be true. You can note it. Next, biconditional statement. In this statement we are using logical connective P if and only if Q, and we denote P double implies Q. If and only if can be written as P if and only if Q. You can see here, if you write IFF, this represent if and only if. What will be the truth value of this type of statement? Let's discuss. To be the biconditional, both statements must have the same truth value to be the true. If P and Q both have truth value T, then the biconditional statement also truth value T. You look here, you can see on the board T, T, then T, F, F, then T, otherwise false. भनेको मतलब दुईटैको एउटै छ. TT छ भने चाहिँ ट्रू भयो, FF छ भने ट्रू भयो, TF अथवा FT छ भने फल्स हुन्छ. That you should note. Now next, very important definition, tautology. So you write the definition of tautology. A compound statement which is always true, whatever may be the truth values of its component statements, is called a tautology. This is denoted by small t. We have already discussed that it should be always true. Its truth value must be t, whatever will be the truth values of its component statement. That means दुईटा स्टेटमेंट को ट्रुथ भ्यालु जे भए पनि त्यसबाट निस्किने कम्पाउन्ड स्टेटमेंट को ट्रुथ भ्यालु टी छ भने त्यसलाई चाहिँ टोटोलोजी भनेर भन्न सकिन्छ. Example, an example is given here. It is a sunny day or it is not a sunny day. This represents a tautology since it has truth value t. It is a sunny day or it is not a sunny day, or logical connective or is used here, so it becomes true. Next, just opposite of tautology, we have contradiction. You can collect the definition first. You can write an example also. You see, I like milk and I don't like milk. If we use logical connective and, the compound statement will have the truth value false. So this is known as the contradiction, and we suppose this type of statement by small c. Now we are going to define very important definition for logic, logically equivalent. For this, we are taking two statements, statement 1 and statement 2. When they are logically equivalent, that we should know here. You can see on the screen, please note it as the definition. Two statements S1 and S2 are said to be logically equivalent if both have identical truth values in the corresponding columns of truth table, and we write as S1 and 3 lines S2, which represents logically equivalent. भन्नाले logically equivalent हुनको लागि दुईटा स्टेटमेन्टहरुको ट्रुथ टेबलबाट एउटै भ्यालु, एउटै ट्रुथ भ्यालु देखिन पर्यो, आइडेन्टिकल हुनु पर्यो दुईटा. For this, I want to give an example here. See, I have taken a statement P, tautology T, and the contradiction C. If the statement P is true, tautology you know always true, and contradiction has truth value F. You see here, the disjunction of P and T will have the truth value T. दुईटाको टी भएपछि डिसजंक्सन पनि टी भयो, अनि फेरि P को फल्स छ, T को चाहिँ ट्रू छ भने त्यतिखेर एउटा स्टेटमेन्ट त एटलिस्ट ट्रू भयो, सो डिसजंक्सन टी भयो. यो कस्तो भन्दाखेरि युनियन जस्तो, युनियनसित कम्पेयर गरेर चाहिँ स्टुडेन्टले यसलाई बुझ्न सक्छ. यहाँ हेर त पी युनियन टी, एकैछिनको लागि सोचौँ. युनियन भनेको के त भन्दाखेरि एटलिस्ट भनेको, एटलिस्ट भन्ने बित्तिकै एउटा कुनै ट्रू छ भने ट्रू लेखिदिने भइहाल्यो, अनि टी भइहाल्यो. एफटी एउटा चाहिँ टी छ, टी भयो, टीटी. यु आर लुकिङ हियर टीटी. एन्ड इफ यु फाइन्ड द कन्जङ्सन अफ स्टेटमेन्ट पी एन्ड कन्ट्राडिक्सन सी, लुक हियर, स्टेटमेन्ट पी ट्रू छ, कन्ट्राडिक्सन अलवेज फल्स हुन्छ. तिनीहरूको चाहिँ कन्जङ्सन लियो भने फल्स हुने भयो, किनभने एउटा स्टेटमेन्ट फल्स छ. त्यस्तै पी फल्स भयो अनि कन्ट्राडिक्सन इज अलवेज फल्स, देन देयर कन्जङ्सन विल बी फल्स. लुक हियर नाउ के भइरहेछ, कलम हेरौँ, करेस्पोन्डिङ कलमहरू हेरौँ. नाउ टोटोलोजीको कलम हेरौँ त, टोटोलोजीमा टीटी छ, त्यस्तै गरेर डिसजंक्सन अफ पिक अफ टी भनेको टीटी देखिरहेछ, अनि टीमा पनि टीटी छ भनेपछि दुईटाको कलम सेम छ भनेपछि दे आर लजिकली इक्विभ्यालेन्ट. लुक हियर, So we can write hence these two are equivalent. Similarly, if you see disjunction of P and C and contradiction, दुईटाको column same देखिरहेछ FF अनि भनेपछि they are logically equivalent. In this way we can verify the statements are logically equivalent. You can write one sentence: since their corresponding columns have identical truth values, they are logically equivalent. Have you understood? Please, you can see on the board T को truth table मा TT छ र अनि P कप T को पनि TT छ. ठ्याक्कै एरो यहाँबाट यहाँ तिमीले तान्यो भने तिम्रो कपीमा यहाँबाट यहाँ एरो तान्यो भने ठ्याक्कै यो चाहिँ इक्वल देखिरहेछ, एस आइडेन्टिकल TT त्यस्तै FF देखिरहेछ. अनि यसरी करेस्पोन्डिङ कलमहरू आइडेन्टिकल भयो भने तिनीहरूलाई त्यस्ता किसिमका चाहिँ स्टेटमेन्टहरूलाई हामीले लजिकली इक्विभ्यालेन्ट भनेर भन्न सक्छौँ. मोर क्वेशन्स, इफ वी मेक क्वेशन, one question can be this: you can collect it, define conjunction of two statements, prepare a truth table for the compound statement, negation of conjunction of statements P and Q. You write, this is for you. First write the definition, then make the truth table. It is like the question which we have started today's lesson. Similarly, second question can be, write this question also: negation, define negation of a statement, construct a truth table for the compound statement, negation of disjunction of statement P and negation of statement Q. Next question for you, question number 3. You can collect it, define conditional statement, construct a truth table for the compound statement, conjunction of P implies Q and Q implies P. If you have confusion, some of the student can collect the answer. P implies Q, TT, then T, TF, then F, otherwise TT. Look here, TT, T, TF, F, otherwise TT, and Q implies P. You should see Q first, T, and P also T. So T, and F, T, T, TF, TF. First statement is T, second statement has truth value F, so it will be F, and FF, T. Then conjunction of these two will be what? Conjunction true हुनको लागि त के हुनु पर्यो? दुईटैको स्टेटमेन्ट ट्रू हुनु पर्यो. अनि कन्जंक्सनमा दुईटैको चाहिँ ट्रू भयो भने ट्रू, otherwise false. Look, this is the last column represent the solution of this. One more question. Define biconditional statement, construct a truth table for the compound statement this. What is this? भन्दाखेरि के देखिरहेछ? दुईटा स्टेटमेन्ट दिइरहेछ. Conjunction of statement P and Q double implies disjunction of statement Q and P. You try to answer it. The next question for you: state and prove De Morgan's law for any two statements P and Q. Prepare a truth table to prove the following. भनेर यसरी यो स्टेटमेन्ट मेन इनर हो के यसको. Look here, दुईटा स्टेटमेन्ट यस्तो छ ठ्याक्कै सेटमा जस्तै. You can see here के देखिरहेछ यहाँ A इन्टरसेक्सन B को कम्प्लिमेन्ट भयो भने के हुन्छ त भन्दाखेरि युनियन अफ कम्प्लिमेन्ट अफ A कम्प्लिमेन्ट अफ B भने जस्तै यहाँ चाहिँ कन्जंक्सन अफ P and Q को निगेसन, कन्जंक्सन अफ P and Q. Look here, कन्जंक्सन अफ P and Q को निगेसन. That means negation of conjunction of P and Q is logically equivalent to disjunction of negation of statement P, negation of statement Q. यसलाई पढ्दाखेरि के भयो त भन्दाखेरि for any two statements P and Q, negation of conjunction of P and Q is logically equivalent to disjunction of negation of P and negation of Q. अब भेरिफाई कसरी गर्ने यसलाई? लजिकली इक्विभ्यालेन्ट भनेपछि स्टुडेन्टले अलिकति बुझ्नु पर्यो. दुईटा स्टेटमेन्ट लजिकली इक्विभ्यालेन्ट कतिखेर हुन्छ? वी शुड टेक द हेल्प अफ ट्रुथ टेबल यस अभियसली कसरी गर्ने एउटा यहाँ मैले गरिदिएको छु द यु क्यान कलेक्ट दिस वान एन्ड नेक्स्ट टु योरसेल्फ के छ यहाँ देखिरहेछौ पी क्यू दुईटा स्टेटमेन्ट हैन ट्रुथ टेबलको हेल्प ल्याऊ पी लेख क्यू लेख त्यसपछि कन्जङ्सन अफ पी क्यू लेख त्यसको निगेसन लेख निगेसन अफ कन्जङ्सन अफ पी एन्ड क्यू त्यसपछि निगेसन पी लेख निगेसन क्यू लेख त्यसपछि तिनीहरूको डिसजङ्सन लेख कति स्टुडेन्टले त यस्तो विचार गर्छ यति लेखाउँदै गयो तर पनि यो टीटी टीएफ सरले के लेखेछ भनेर कोही कोहीले सोचिरहेको हुन्छ यो कुरो यो खासै त्यसमा केही छैन सी हियर स्टेटमेन्ट पी ट्रु भयो क्यू पनि ट्रु भयो तिनीहरूको कन्जङ्सन ट्रु भयो निगेसन फल्स भयो आई थिङ्क अन्डरस्टुड पी ट्रु भयो क्यू फल्स भयो कन्जङ्सन फल्स भयो त्यसपछि निगेसन चाहिँ ट्रु भयो फेरि पी फल्स भयो क्यू ट्रु भयो कन्जङ्सन फल्स भयो निगेसन ट्रु भयो एफ एफ हुने बित्तिकै त्यो सिधै एफ भयो अनि फेरि ट्रु भयो अब फेरि नेक्स्ट हेरौँ यहाँ निगेसन अफ पी कहाँबाट आयो यो यसको ट्रुथ भ्यालु कहाँबाट आउँछ भन्दाखेरि पी को ठ्याक्कै अपोजिट लेख्ने त हो नि पीमा टी छ भने यहाँ एफ लेख्ने टी छ भने एफ लेख्ने एफ छ भने टी लेख्ने टी छ भने एफ लेख्ने एफ छ भने टी लेख्ने लुक हियर सिमिलरली निगेसन अफ क्यू अब यहाँ डिसजङ्सनको कुरा आयो फेरि डिसजङ्सन भन्ने बित्तिकै याद गर युनियन युनियन सेटमा युनियन भने जस्तो एटलिस्ट वान सुड बी ट्रु के देखिरहेछ यहाँ डिसजङ्सन एफ एफ कहाँ ट्रु छ दुइटै फल्स छ फल्स भइहाल्यो एफ टी ए एउटा त ट्रु छ नि यस टी अनि टी एफ यस एउटा ट्रु छ ट्रु टी टी ए बोथ ट्रु द्याट मिन्स डिसजङ्सन इज ट्रु नाउ लुक द कलम्स अफ दिस कम्पाउन्ड स्टेटमेन्ट एफ टी 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 एफ टी 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 and so they are logically equivalent.
Wish Home Delightful Lifestyle.
I taught you some of the statements and some of the definition I think you have already collected, and I have left some of the question for you. You try yourself and take the help of this truth table. Thank you to all the students.